Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Cosmic Divine Seeker. Hi everyone. So we're going to take a look at current energies and see what is going on. I just clicked off my camera. Okay. Let's see here. What is going on? So I pulled some of my astrology cards in the Zodiac Moon. Oh, my jewel fell off my ring again. Might have to glue it. Third time. It's only fallen off 3 times. Really significant. Might mean something. I get it as like protection. You know, because I use this ring as a form of protection. Maybe something's going to be falling apart. Maybe something to do with what you thought was protecting you. Maybe it's going to change. Maybe something's going to be more stronger or fixed or something. I don't know. Alright. Oh, what caught my eye is that Chiron and Saturn, where I had them set aside in the box, okay? And it brought me back to where I said I was going to be doing a Saturn in retrograde. And did I say Chiron again? Chiron. I'm going to be doing retrograde readings for those, the planets and this asteroid, right, being in retrograde. So it brought me back, and I was actually reviewing my channel a little bit because I was seeing that I've got quite a few videos that I recorded but just haven't uploaded, and I've been deciding whether or not I should upload them. But I know some of them it's because I put them on my other channel, and others of them I just sometimes I was like, no, I don't want to put this up on the new channel. So I don't know, I might be posting some older videos that I feel might be beneficial for some of you. And maybe if I do decide to release them, they're on my other channel. I don't know. I don't think a lot of you that are on this channel may even know about my other channel, right? I don't know. I've definitely been in this reviewing energy this morning. Bring peace to your life and your relationships will flourish. They're showing me Moon in Libra and love. I'm getting for a lot of you, it's allowing you to release things with love. Some of the things that I was doing where I was realizing some of the things that have been affecting me that I've needed to release with love. This could have to do with areas of your 3rd or your 7th house because these two came out. Your potential to learn something in your local neighborhood is a message associated with this card here. But you can look up areas and what could be affecting you in your 3rd and 7th house. This area of your life is for long-term significant partners, romantic, business, and family. Yeah, I was going to say this has to do with your love and relationships. So for some of you, there's a big emphasis here on your love and relationships. For some of you, you need to know that if you're in a relationship that's not fulfilling for you and you desire something more, you first have to appreciate what you have and release it with love, not with frustration, not with like, oh, this was a waste of my time, you know, because simply it was preparing you and it was showing you what love was not, so you know what love is, now you know what to go for, things like that. It's about changing your perception of it so you don't repeat cycles. This is a really big thing. So strong moon energy is we are still very strongly feeling this Aquarius full moon. So you could still be in this clearing energy and things being revealed internally. A lot of things are kind of bubbled up in our emotions and feelings. To feel these things, to release these things. Okay, so for a lot of you, that could be what's going on. Ooh, they're showing me the 11th house. This is where the cosmos grant wishes, luck, and friends and social occasions. What I was going to say is we're right in between two moons, right? We've got this blue moon coming at the end of August. And I've already been saying in my readings off of that the first moon is a big clearing, a releasing, a letting go. And it's like the second one is bringing something unexpected, like bringing like a wish fulfillment. So right in between the moons. So for some of you, this could be an unexpected new relationship or situation or a healing or something like that happening within your relationship. They're showing me the second house too. There could be some sort of surprise having to do with your finances, assets, things that hold value for you. There's going to be something mysterious, right? And a lot of passion here with the sun in Scorpio. Let's get one more. Moon in Virgo and discovery. Moon in Sagittarius. So the chance to boost health and vitality leads to satisfaction, contentment. All right. So you could be connecting with the Virgo, or that could be significant for you, or a Sagittarius or Libra, or those could just be energies, right? Capricorn as well. And I was feeling this has to do with your structure and stability, this strong earth energy. Alright, so let's a few zodiac cards that I felt to pull, because I forgot this. That's probably why they brought me back to some of my beginning readings I didn't post, where I was talking a little bit about how I was going to do this channel, as I forgot that I was going to be pulling. I think I even said in the beginning readings that I was going to be pulling the zodiac and astrology cards at each reading, just a few like that. And I think I'm going to get back into that. And if you don't want to catch those and you just want to check out the tarot reading, then I'm going to start putting timestamps. But for those of you that like to know houses you're connecting, or zodiac signs you're connecting with, or ways it could be affecting certain houses within your charts, that these would be fun, right? But like I said, it's up to you. What just flipped off? Eclipse in Sagittarius growth. Success after a setback. Wanted to fly off the top here. So like I said, take whatever you feel. Some of you could be connecting with those, others not, right? But that's what's so fun about this channel, right? You take whatever you feel is fitting, leave any part that's not. So they're showing you the Six of Cups with the Queen of Cups. Right? So I'm getting that you're getting in this very loving energy. You could be getting something from the past coming back. And like I said, I've been really feeling this nostalgia energy, right? And wow, my computer just started glitching. It's like a box pops up and then went away. And then like I've been having this happen a lot. And it's like a clearing. Like it was really strange yesterday on my phone. Like I know we've got these solar flares that have been coming through. And we're in the post or pre-shadow, pre-shadow retrograde, so there's a significance there with electronic malfunctions and stuff. But it was interesting, you know, like you'll get the notifications on your phone or whatever. Like I got all of a sudden I was on my phone and it was like ding 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 ding, like all of this stuff, and it was showing me like all these names of messages, right? I was like, oh, it's weird to have all these come in at the same time, right? But then as I went to click on them, it was like they were clearing and they were disappearing. And I never got to see the messages, and I was like, well, I don't know, is somebody else in my stuff? Because that has happened. But I always look at things that happen for a reason, right? But I kind of feel like they were cleared out, taken away. And one of them I know has been like a silent enemy of mine, so it was kind of like, oh, it was showing me that it was being taken care of, being cleared out. And I was like, so maybe something else is being revealed to me, and that something's being taken care of. I don't know why I felt to say it like that, but I did. But I need to tell you to be careful too, because for some of you, you know, with things going on with communication, there can be delays and there can be missed messages. Like, don't rely on a certain message, because like, what if what was coming through was somebody that really was sending me a message? From one, it looked like it was several messages, but it wouldn't let me click on any of them. So maybe there was a transmission problem. Maybe they didn't want me to see it because it could have knocked me off my path. That's what I'm feeling. But for others of you, like, don't rely on just like like, if you have something really important to say, like, make sure that the message is received is what I'm getting at. Because what if that was something very significant? And they're like, oh, well, she didn't respond back, or she didn't acknowledge me. That's her answer. Like, you need to be careful that, you know, messages are being received. Like, I hate that, especially, like, with the internet, too. I think I've had that where I've, you know, job opportunities have been sent to, like, my spam box or other emails or whatever, and I've missed them. And I'm like, well, that's real nice that, you know, that you'd think that they would make sure to connect with you to confirm that you want that you want to, you know, to pursue the job opportunity. But then there's times where I'm like, well, if I miss those, then it happened for a reason. Like, another thing, like, I was going to go back to work for a company that I'd worked for, right, in a new location, because I was like, oh, I need to get some money faster ever. So, you know, I did everything. I did the phone interviews, did all the screening, everything. And basically, they were basically like, yep, we're just going to get you started right away. You just got to do a phone intake interview or whatever. So they set me up with that. And it was a brand new store that was opening up. So I couldn't even go into the store yet. And I was super excited because I'm like, I have opened a store before. But anyway, it was a different company. And so I was literally like waiting for the phone interview and waiting. And then no calls, nothing goes through. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, I can't even call because the store's not even open yet. Like, everything's like remotely or whatever. And I finally like figured it out like hours later or whatever, and it was because the autofill on my application that I was doing, even though I'd already been in correspondence with them with my new phone number, like, it auto flipped it back to an old phone number. So that was the number that they called for the phone for the interview, right? Or it was really supposed to be just for the job offer and all of that. And I was like, I can't believe that. And then I couldn't even get through to anybody because the way that it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, all these blocks are happening. And I was like, this, like, it's obviously not meant for me to go back to this company or whatever. And I was just like, I was very upset, but I was like, at the same time, like, things happen for a reason. I know it was kind of like a duality of what I just said, because I'm like, going with the flow, but making sure it's being received. Like, I finally did. I was like, well, the only way I know is to send an email. And I sent an email, and they responded back like, oh, okay, we understand. We see what happened. We'll get back to you. So they did let me know finally that they received it, but then they never got back to me. And I was like, well, I'm not going to try again. So just make sure you get that correspondence, but sometimes those delays are protecting you. And now I know it's because, yeah, that company was great for me before, and I felt as though I had to let that experience go because I think a lot was going on in my life. I needed to be a stay-at-home mom for my kids. I needed to be, you know, there for my kids. So I didn't want to let go of that career, but at the same time, like, I knew that I was the only one that I could trust with my kids. So I made that decision for them, and I kind of feel like it was a second chance that this opened up for me. Like, look, you can go back here if you want. But I think in my heart, like, they knew that, no, I'm too far into my spirituality. Like, I kind of take a lot of this, like, as, like, learning and training for me, like, an internship type of thing. Because to me, like, I'm being initiated by spirit with all these things that I've been learning. And even though I haven't been making money and things like that like I want, they've still been blessing me with so many gifts and so many things. And, you know, like, I know I've been taking care of, everything has been beautiful, and so it's not always about that, you know, even though I would love to have my new car right now and things like that, so I'm pursuing other things, but I know that they need to be in alignment with my spiritual career, right? That I'm not where I was before, and it's like they didn't want me to go down familiar paths, so that could be why you're getting blocked too, if you're trying to go down something familiar. And that's a big thing too, is we're moving away from our south node and into our north node. Your south node is what you're comfortable with, and that's probably why I wanted to go back to this company, because it was like I was more than qualified too, because like I had already gotten up to assistant manager by the time I was 21 with this company, and you know, like, I could have had my own store within a couple years, but it's like after being a mom, like, I wanted to go back in at a different level and just work in certain departments. It's kind of like what I was doing, and it's like I'm far more sophisticated than this, but then I'm far more, you know, realizing that, you know, I'm supposed to be doing stuff with spirituality, and that I'm a teacher, and that's really what it's about. So it was like, I'm really seeing that, yeah, I'm not in alignment with that anymore whatsoever. So yeah, you're really going to be getting guided towards your divine life path and purpose. As I'm putting this reading out, we're only days away from, well, we're in the Lion's Gate, really. But, what is today, really? Oh my gosh, no, it's already the 7th. Wow, Lion's Gate is tomorrow. Time is going by so fast. Oh my gosh. I got my Leo son's birthday in a few days. Oh my goodness. And school's getting ready to start. Back up for the kids. I'm trying to get my kids back to school this year. A lot to do. Anyways, all this is significant, coming out for a reason. All right, what I was going with is just pay attention to how things are happening. They're happening for reasons. Sometimes you don't understand why. And I'm getting this as I've been talking about, like, you've outgrown a situation. Look at how big and beautiful she is. And there's these children right here. She's looking back, I think, realizing that she has really outgrown a situation. She most certainly has, but she's still looking back at the memories of it. And I'm getting this very strong nostalgic energy, like you're really looking back at what made you happy. For a lot of you, like, I'm getting this energy, like, you know, where you live through your children's eyes. It's those little things, like, that's what's so fun about when you have children and you see little you in the children, in your kids, you know? And you see them, and even if it's not you seeing you because you've adopted and things like that, just still those experiences, the excitement of birthdays and those little things, like, it brings you back, right? Or when you see these awesome toys coming back around that you used to play with and see your kids playing with them, and that excitement, like, you get to live and have joy through them, you know. And it's really neat. I'm getting this energy of, like, that's what you're realizing, and that it transforms. You're really starting to see that, even though, like, you've outgrown something, something has changed for you. You're learning how to see it through others. I don't know why I'm having trouble explaining this. Maybe it's been a little bit for you to take in. I don't know. I, like, fell asleep. It's like, especially for me being like a single mom, basically, because I've really been the only one that's been there raising my children. So I've been doing it all alone. Like, I've had to make a lot of sacrifices and a lot of things, like, just like I look back, like, gosh, like, where did my 20s go? Like, I really didn't get to go clubbing and dancing, and, like, I'm not much of a drinker, but I can count on my hand how many times I've been to an actual bar with my friends. Like, that's sad. And I look back at that, you know, because it's like, I just, you know, but it's like, it's changed, because it's like, yeah, I still want to be able to go do those things, and I've always said that when my kids get older or whatever, but, like, I'm excited for their experiences, you know, like, realizing that 3 of my children, my youngest son's getting ready to be a teenager, that's like, now 3 of my children are getting ready to be teens, you know, or are all teenagers, I mean, that it's just those new experiences now, it's changing, and, like, me getting excited for them, you know, getting to experience the world, and even though I feel like it's so different. Like, I was saying like that because I'm thinking about, like, now my teens are starting to just want to experience with alcohol and things like that, so it's only really changing things, right? But, you know, it's bringing those memories back of when, you know, how I was at that age. Like, yeah, well, I always wanted to do the same thing because my friends were, you know, and then learning to drive in the car, and, you know, all of those things, you know, like, I don't know. This is all coming up. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups. This is what's happening to me getting closer to Lion's Gate, too. You know, I'm a gatekeeper. I anchor in these energies, right? Help protect the energies coming through. So there's a lot of spiritual attacks, things like that go on through this. A lot of things trying to stabilize you. As there is always against us chosen ones, Starseeds, Lightworkers, you know that. Maybe that's why there's something about amping up your protection, right? Being careful of some things that may have protected you and been strong and in place before could be not as strong. My leg fell asleep. And I'm still like in my sleepwear, trying to not flash the camera. Oh my goodness. Alright, I like to sit with my legs crossed, like it's a starseed thing. We're more comfortable sometimes just sitting on the floor than we are in a chair. But I'm not set up to do that. I'm looking forward to being set up, or I can again. Alright, so Hermit energy coming out too. Emperor's right here. I'm completely I was channeling while pulling cards. Sometimes it works beautifully. Other times when I've got a lot of energies coming through, it does not. So we're going to try this again. Alright, I feel I've been giving a lot. There's been a lot on my mind. That's why at first I was like, I'm not even going to do a reading. I was just sitting with myself trying to feel all these energies. And then I was like, no, but I want to do a morning reading. And then I've got to go find schools and take care of stuff today. 21:21 as I say that. So I feel like I'm not going to have a lot of time. That's also why, too, I think I'm going to be uploading some more content. Why I figure out a lot of things. Because I got a lot of things to take care of today. And then I just clicked off my camera. Did I tell you 21:21 as I seen that? I have no idea what tomorrow's going to be like, too. But it's a very big day of abundance, of manifestation. You need to know that if you're catching this in real time. 8-8, infinite abundance. What is 8? The infinity symbol. I can't even do this. The infinity symbol. 8-8. Infinite abundance. It's always flowing. So if you want to manifest things rapidly, 8-8, okay? Thinking about what you want. Alright, Source, let's get some cards here. Card flew all the way over there. 5 of Wands and the Hanged Man. I'm getting there's a lot of conflict in your mind. That's what I feel. I know I've had a lot going on in my mind. A lot. It's been a lot for me to stay patient too. Just holding chess pieces. You're needing to be very strategic and keeping your enemies close. For some of you, needing to keep your enemies close. Because you know their moves then. Yeah. If you've always battled against your enemies, have you ever just exposed an enemy before? Or it's like you know that somebody's wronging you, so you call them out on it, and then they freak out, or a fight happens or whatever. You know, in that moment, you're like, I had the upper hand, but I didn't say anything. Or maybe I should have did it over the phone or by text, not in person. There's been times I've called people out while driving, and then they've driven so crazy, and I've risked my life. There's been times I've had to get out of cars on interstates. Like, there's definitely times that that's a Leo energy where it's like, I wish that I've just been, yeah, maybe I shouldn't say what I'm feeling right now. And it could have been a more favorable situation. I'm getting that here. That's why there's patience needed with this 5 of Wands and her. See, she hugging something, but she got her hand on something else. there's going to be time for movement, and it's going to come in fast when it's time. Justice is coming in for you. It's one of these, like, you don't need to defend justice. It's going to come to you, and you're going to be carried away swiftly. But see, this snail with the chariot is movement's happening slowly, but then you're going to get wished. I swear I just seen the Eight of Wands. Yeah, that's the Eight of Wands. Wow, it's like almost... It was in my hand the entire time. I didn't realize it. So maybe you're not going to realize when this is happening, but you're going to be moved away quickly. And all of a sudden that snail is on wheels. Which is very interesting because snails move very slowly. But then it's like if that snail was to get picked up and put on. You know, they're showing that little Lego piece. That you can, remember the little Lego piece that's got the 2 wheels on it and a little block in the middle. So it's like if you ever built something and then you just snip it on. I don't know. I don't know why they just gave me Lego pieces. But literally, like, something's going to happen where all of a sudden you're just going to be given this movement. And it's going to be very easy. Or, you know, it's like she was moving very slowly, right? Because she is the snail. So you're moving very slowly, and then it's like all of a sudden you're going to look and there's going to be magical wheels that are going to be moving you away. Gotta believe in magic. That's why I love this mystical moments. Look at this beautiful flower that's blossoming out of this book. Things are going to be... I feel like I have to keep telling myself to breathe. Because a lot of it's this fast-moving energy. I really start to get this way around gateways. That's why I don't always like to do readings. 3 of Wands. Very heightened intuition, psychic abilities, and gifts. Ace of Swords. Strong intuition, getting clarity, getting the realizations. Definitely strong intuition with the High Priestess. Something's off at the distance. You're going to be getting the realization of what's off at the distance. New pathway, 2 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Temperance. Yeah, it's a lot for me. I feel a lot of anxiety with this. It could be the energy that I'm pulling into anxiety. You could be having a lot of anxiety. Have your strength. I'm getting impatientness too. Somebody's getting in very impatient. What is this energy? What is this? It's waiting for movement. King of Wands, the Chariot. Because somebody wants to make a movement. They don't want a missed opportunity. They want their King of Cups. Somebody wants their lover. That's why they're impatient. They want their lover. Well, we are in Venus retrograde. This just flew off again. Eclipse in Sagittarius. Success after a setback. Something's got to be cleared out. See how it's like whoosh, like that. Like something's got to be cleared out. Libra. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. Justice is coming in. It's Libra. But you have to be balanced. That's why this is not the time to start something new. Not in this time. Because you're needing to, you got to clear out this energy, this anxious energy. Because we're in retrograde. Venus is in retrograde. Venus is in retrograde through September. So August, this is a major time of like getting new perspective, realizing things. King of Swords, closing things out, strategizing. It's kind of like that energy, like, you have to be able to receive this energy. You have to be in this energy to be able to get to. It's a frequency thing. It's, it's like you can't leave a situation that there's a lot of trauma. If you haven't healed, you're going to just attract another situation and more trauma. So you have to heal. You have to. You have to purge this stuff out. And I get it. I know. It's like you want to skip. You want to skip this part. Here's the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is coming. King of Swords. Didn't I just see the King of Swords? Wasn't I just holding him up? I believe I was in the masculine, and this is the feminine King of Swords. This deck's got both. The duality, right? Five of Swords. See, there's been battle and conflicts. You have to release the people that have been battling. You have to release this Knight of Swords, what's keeping you up at night. This stress, this worry, you got to release this energy. It's purging, it's clearing. That's what has to happen. This new, I'm hearing new, this new love. The Magician, you've manifested this. Page of Swords. Strategy is needed here. You both could be clearing something out too. I'm getting the Magician. Ace of Pentacles. The World. There's a major world cycle closing out. Your harvest is coming in. It's taking time to integrate. Nine of Cups. King of Swords. There he is. Back out. Told you felt him. See? Two King of Swords, feminine and masculine. It's definitely counterparts coming together. Seven of Cups. There's multiple options and illusions, but there is one wish fulfillment. You have to clear out those other options. I mean, it would certainly help. Nine of Cups. I'm getting for a lot of you, you could be picking up somebody else's energy. Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. This is a very divine spiritual connection, soulmates. And a King of Pentacles. Seven of Wands and the Devil. Of course the Devil's on this. You know this. Why? Because this is something so beautiful. So the Devil don't want this. So for some of you, there could be a karmic relationship or situation that's been in the way, that's been doing a lot. You could have a lot of people have been messing with you. Look at all those hands. Ten of Swords. Somebody disguised themselves. Look at this Nine of Pentacles. I love it. It's a horse, but it's covered up in a whole bunch of leaves here. This is a disguise. This is a fake. It's like this knight came off, appeared to be a knight, like movement, forward, secure, but it wasn't. It was but an illusion. Wow, okay. I just heard the real Four of Wands is coming. There's a magnifying glass. I'm seeing toucan Sam. There's a toucan there. I was getting toucan symbolism. Heavy, 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 heavy. Like seeing it everywhere. Literally like a couple months ago. And it's funny, as I was going back a couple months ago to my readings. Huh. I'm going to look up the toucan symbolism again. Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands. Things are going to happen fast. They are. But see, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords. See? Ooh, betrayal. For some of you, that's what you're needing to close out. You're realizing this Nine of Pentacles was but an illusion. So don't be bitter about that. Be grateful and thankful, because it prepared you for your true lover. But you need to be ready to receive that. So you got to let go of that deceiving energy. Oh my gosh. Look. Oh my gosh. Here's the Tower, right? Right next to that Empress and the Emperor. Look, they're together. The strength card was between them. So they both are needing to get strong to unite. Because you know the devil's all over this and illusions. They needed to find their way back to each other through the heart. That's why you have to do that. Because there's so much illusions, you can't go off of what you see. You can't go off of just what you think. You have to go off of what you feel. And you have to be in a vibrational match for it, because it's so powerful and so beautiful. That is how you receive it. You just can't attract it through when you're not ready. Because if you still got pain, how can you attract something of true love? That is why you're in this introspection. It's kind of like giving you a glimpse. It's giving you that the realization of why you went through all that stuff. The recall, the real, like you're remembering. But it's also for some of you to trigger you to see that this was just preparing you. For some of you, you're realizing that you attracted this in because of woundings, right? That's why you often get a review or a realization before an ending, right? And the Chiron's the wounded healer. For a lot of you, you could have been attracting these type of relationships and situations due to deep emotional healing that was needed. And it's like this is the time where you clear that in your birth chart. You clear that wounding. I keep saying Chiron, Chiron. And Saturn. Karma. Saturn's the ruler of karma. In retrograde, you guys could be realizing that, yeah, you're dealing with a lot of karmic situations, relationships, people. Closing those out. Alright, I'm going to close out this reading. I'm hoping this made sense. I've been feeling a lot today, a lot of emotions. So I'm sending love and light to all of you. Definitely feel free to watch every full guided too. Okay, know that. Love and light to all of you. Bye, guys.